Well, 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 we are indeed back again. Who'd have thought it, right? This, what? Are we going to go with Sunday? Yeah, let's go with Sunday, right? The 18th, yeah, of September? Probably. Who knows, right? Seemingly 2022. So we'll go with that. The date aside, good, I don't know, afternoon. At what point does the afternoon become evening? I'm unsure at what exact time, but I'm going to go with good afternoon, right? But anyway, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, good night, whatever it may be in this absolutely insane world that we live in. Holy moly! Where? I shouldn't laugh, but wow, where do you even start, right? Honest to God, every day now, continuously now um, for about 3, maybe 4 years now, I can do nothing but shake my head in complete disbelief in the world that we're in and what goes on in terms of the work of the hidden hand, if you like, or the agenda. Where is it? It's everywhere. Everywhere you turn, the agenda is at play. And speaking of the agenda, tomorrow night, if I hopefully I'll get this right. Tomorrow night is the Bob Lazar live stream that I'm doing. So that is Monday night, right? On Tuesday night, I'm going to be live over on our brother Sensum's channel, right? So you want to get subscribed, and I've linked it in. I'm well and truly ahead of the game today. I've put all the links in. The Rumble, the platform Rumble that I always forget about. I've linked it in, right? I am there. It is synchronized with my this current YouTube channel, right? For how long will I have this channel? I don't know. Still currently on 2 strikes until when is it again? Oh, sometime in October. So I've kind of got to bite my tongue, right? I've got to watch what I'm saying. So on Monday, Bob Lazar. On Tuesday, it's going to be over on Sensum's channel and basically discussing even conspiracy theories, right? So what is a conspiracy theory? I don't know. Can someone let me know? Because a lot of them tend to come true, if not all of them, right? Yeah, funny that, but I think Tuesday should be quite good. It's an honor to be invited on to someone else's channel. I think it's great. It's not often that it happens. Shock horror, right? But it's happened, so we'll take it on. And I do enjoy Sensum's content. He's quite a talented guy, if I can say that. I've done streams with Sensum on John Davidson's channel, so no stranger, right? And he enjoys a bit of a laugh, like myself. You've got to have a laugh, right? You can't not. But yeah, Tuesday should be good, and tomorrow night with Bob Bizarre. I mean, oh my God, honestly, I don't even know what to say about this guy. He's clearly at it, right? Tomorrow, what we'll do is I've got a few videos put together. So we'll look at a few of the interviews and then we'll discuss. Well, first of all, we'll look at who the guy is, what he's all about. We'll look at a few interviews, then we'll look at a bit more information, go back to more interviews because he's been doing these interviews, I think, since about 1980, the mid 80s, I believe. So it's not a new thing. A lot of people, they've never heard of Bob Lazar, but he's been about for quite a long time promoting basically the alien agenda, right? And he worked on Area 51 and he's seen all these UFOs in a hangar like a giant hanger under the ground, right? Sure he did. But anyway, I think Bob done, well, seemingly what they say is that he's done, is it 3 or 4? He's done 3 or 4 lie detector tests, and I think he passed one, and the others were inconclusive, right? So, I mean, these tests, like most tests that we see, I don't think you can go by them, to be honest. I don't think they're much use. Body language and the person themselves, I think you can tell a lot more, and especially when it comes to the interviews that he's done. So tomorrow, it could be quite a long one. It possibly will be the first of maybe 2, 3. I don't know. It could be a rolling series with Bob Bizarre, because it keeps going on. There's a few other characters involved, and we'll discuss them as well tomorrow. I don't want to give away too much, but not that there's much to be discovered. But there is quite a few things of interest that I certainly never knew about until, I don't know, maybe about a week ago. And I thought, wow, actually, kind of makes sense now. And if you have seen the video, it's up already. The sort of preview for Monday. It's called Bob Bizarre. Am I going to get this right? Man, Bob Bizarre, Captain Bluebeam, right? So we know all about Bluebeam for sure. I mean, I don't have to explain that to anybody. And yeah, Bob's been helping out with that, put it that way. And we will discuss that a lot more tomorrow night. A lot of people have been talking about the 24th of September, is it? 24 in the chat, in the live watching, as I said that. I think it's the 24th. I'm unsure as to what that might be. If I was to have to give what I think it might be, I think it could potentially be something in the way of an announcement to do with war. Yeah, good old war, right? I have seen people say it could be an alien, something to do with a alien invasion. I can't see that happening. I don't think we're there yet. That will come. Without a doubt, that will come. But I think this could be more likely in the way of the current war games that we're seeing. If there is to be this announcement, but I guess time will tell, right? There's lots more to come in the way of the agenda and the deception that we currently live in. Like I always say, where do you even start, right? What I'll do is I'll quickly jump in the chat and say hello. We might go about an hour today, and we'll see how it goes. Our good friend Justine, she popped in, but she's busy today. We're going to let her off, right? But she has to be there tomorrow. You can't let us down, Justine. Of course, like I always say as well, I would much rather you were doing something enjoyable with your family or whatever it may be. You can watch me anytime, another time, right? Don't go out your way. Certainly don't go out your way for anyone, right? You've got to look after yourself and do what's right for you. Our brother Phil is in the hood as well. Good to see Phil back again. And Draga as well, long-term subscriber. Good to see you back again, brother. Who's got I think, broken keypad. The joys, right? Technology. Where would we be without it? You know what you need? You need one of them brain chips. So then you don't need a keypad. You just think and then it appears on the screen, right? And that'll save the hassle of a broken keypad. Yeah, sure. Let's do it. I wonder if anyone's doing that already. Yeah, answers on a postcard, right? Tony as well in the hood. Good to see you back again. I think Phil and Liz, yeah, where did she go? There she goes. Sensum was in the hood, now he's gone. He dipped in and dipped out again. Good old Sensum. So we'll catch him on Tuesday. Like I said, if you go into the description, you'll get a link to the channel and you can get subscribed and you can look out for it on Tuesday. Who did I miss there? Quite a few people, right? Hasdak in the hood. Good to see you. I can never keep up, honestly. Even if there was about, I don't know, 2 people, I'd still be behind, but maybe that's just me, right? Like Just Kate, it's just me. Good to see Just Kate back again. And Dave as well in the hood. DJ back again, our Scottish brother, the Highland Tuchter from Inverness Shire, right there on the banks of Loch Ness. Stunning, absolutely beautiful area, Loch Ness. Honestly, staggering. The city itself, not so much, right? The least said, the better. But yeah, we'll leave it at that. Mojo as well in the hood. Good to see you back again. Toby, our brother, back again as well. A dog named Boo, who I seen. Where did I see you again? I think it was on Smoke Steve's channel last night, possibly. I can't remember. I definitely seen you, right? I wasn't dreaming. I'm sure I said hello. So good to see you again, back again even. And Dominic as well. A pleasure to have you back again. They say it's 2022. Yeah, he's not sure like myself. 1984. Well, I'll tell you what. Oh, man. It is 1984 without a doubt. Honestly, especially right now. I thought that the other day. Over the past few days, I've been kind of looking at the news on the TV because I wanted to see what was going on. Obviously, due to the Queen passing away, right? I think last week it's about a week now. And every time I've put it on, it's been nothing but they've dedicated the whole 24 hours a day to the Queen's funeral or the Queen's death or Prince Charles or King Charles, if you want to call him that. And I honestly could not help but think, wow, we really are in 1984 now, without a doubt. It is certainly here. And on Monday, they've got a day of mourning. So I don't know what's going to happen to the afternoon and the evening. I'm here all week, right? It's a day of mourning, of course, in a different sense, right? And which is fine. I mean, people have got to pay their respects if they want to pay respect. I think that's fair. I think people should be allowed to have opposite views as well. You can't be against that. In a free world, you've got to accept other people's opinions, if you want to call it that. And not everyone's for the monarchy, far from it, to be honest. But a lot of people are. So there is an element of respect to be had. And I think on Monday she gets buried, and the whole day's been dedicated to mourning the Queen. Now it's got to an extent, or it's went so far that they're actually closing just about every single business that's in Elgin. I think the whole lot. I think there might be one petrol station that's staying open, but apart from that, the whole lot's going to be closed. It's going to be like it's going to be worse than lockdown. Nowhere's going to be open, and I think it's a bit too far, to be honest. I think it would have been a better idea if they made a promotion for the day. Some sort of royal promotion. I don't know. Surely they've got the business head, right? Rather than businesses having to suffer, because they will. And I spoke to a business owner on Friday, and he actually planned on staying open, but then he changed his mind because people are any business who wants to stay open is now being targeted and abused for wanting to stay open because they feel that they have to. Otherwise, they can't pay the rent, they can't pay their staff. And then what happens then? They close down and then the shop's gone. And then what are people going to do? So I think businesses need as much help as they can get. And I think they could have done certain promotions in way of respect, or they could have closed early, possibly. There's other ways to pay respect without all these small businesses taking heavy knocks. I don't know if Asda is that closed for the day. I doubt it. I doubt it will be. Tesco probably not. But all these other small businesses demonized for wanting to stay open on a day of mourning for a person that they probably never met or knew. And I think it went a bit far. But like I said, I could not help but feel that we are in 1984 now, without a doubt. It is here, honestly. I shouldn't laugh because the future doesn't look great in that respect. And when it comes to the royal family, I think I might do a video on the royal family, possibly in the future anyway. I certainly don't feel that it would be appropriate to do one at the moment, right? Just as a sort of mark as respect for people who do want to, I don't know, mourn, if you want to call it that. But me personally, I haven't got any time. I've never had any time for the royal family or the royal element, if you like. But that's my personal view. So we will in the future get into that a wee bit more. But it annoyed me a wee bit, and I mean, first of all, the football got cancelled, and people might say, well, that's nothing. But then I've lost a day at college as well, and that was pretty annoying, to be honest, because I feel that I can't miss anything whatsoever. Otherwise, I'll be behind. And so it's been a bit frustrating. And of course, if you need stuff tomorrow, the majority of businesses is going to be closed. So I'm unsure as to what the end game is with that. I don't see any positive in it. The Queen, I think Charles will be a lot worse, but the Queen, going by from what I've seen, she probably would have wanted people to carry on and get on with their lives, keep promoting their business instead of mourning. But there you go. I did see a guy got in trouble for he said I think he said the Queen wasn't in the hearse or the car in the coffin. I think they've been parading it about the UK. I could be wrong. I think it's going right around the UK. I actually thought there would have been an open coffin. My wife said no, they wouldn't do that. But I'm unsure. Is anyone sure about what the rules are there with royalty when it comes to a royal funeral? Would it be an open casket? I'm unsure. I kind of got the feeling that it would be, but my wife disagrees. She tends to disagree quite a lot, but usually she's the one that's correct, right? You can't be right all the time, but I'm unsure. I thought there maybe would have been an open casket, given that it's the Queen, but possibly not. So in the next few weeks, probably in the next 3, we're going to get into the Queen a bit more. But like I said, on Monday, it's going to be Bob Bizarre. Tuesday, I'll be on Sum's channel. And if I can manage it, and if I've got time, either the Friday or the Saturday, I'll be back again, and it's going to be. Can anyone guess? Can anyone guess? It's quite a regular topic. It is quite a regular topic now, but it has to be in my view at least. It needs to be covered because it needs to be stopped. Pretty much, it can't go ahead. But there is more movement on that front, and it is, of course, drumroll, geoengineering, shock horror, weather modification. We are not worthy, right? We're so lucky. Yeah, we're so lucky. So there's a bit more movement on the geoengineering front. The sort of pressure gauge is building for action to be taken, right? And we pretty much predicted that as well. We have said, look, it's going to build to a certain point where they're going to do it. They're going to say it's too much now. Look at the ice, it's melting. It rained in Elgin and it flooded in India. So what we're going to do, I know we're going to spray these particles way up in the stratosphere. And we're going to block out the sun, right? What about, never mind unintended effects, it's fine. Of course, it's not a solution to the problem, but what does it matter? It might mitigate the global temperature, whatever that is, because I'm still kind of unsure as to what the global temperature is. What is the global temperature? Is that all the temperatures and an average of all the different temperatures? Because there's not one single global temperature. There just isn't. I mean, when you get into global warming, wow, absolute gigantic can of worms from the very beginning. Complete and utter deception, nothing but. And here we are today, where they're pushing to a great extent this aerosol, stratospheric aerosol injection or solar radiation management. They're going to manage the solar radiation. There's nothing they will not leave alone. Not a thing, honestly. And it needs to be stopped. I think on Friday, I seen the article the other day, and it pretty much said, everything that we thought was going to happen. They're going to go for it big time. I think they're even talking about a fleet of 150 military craft that's going to inject the air with lovely particles. Yay! We are not worthy. Yeah, what say do we get? Probably none whatsoever, right? Because the experts, they'll be the ones that make the decision. Because they'll be the ones that gather all the data, the computer data that they get from, I wonder who they get their data from. Anyone guess? If you've been watching, you're going to know, right? Where are they going to get all this data? Yeah. Who's it going to be from? Who's going to be the one at the helm steering the ship of geoengineering? It's going to be one entity and one entity only. Can anyone guess? Who's going to be first? Can no one get it? Of course, yeah, it's quite easy. Dave knows the score, right? He's in the door first. I think Frank would have known. The information tank. Good to see Frank as well back again. But yeah, of course, the space agency. Nah, they can't be. They can't be a space agency. A weather agency, maybe. Yeah, I could go that far. I couldn't call them, excuse me. I couldn't call them a space agency. I just could not do it. Um, I just can't. They're a weather agency. That's about it. I see Dave in the hood as well. Good to see Dave. Ah, and Ruth, our sister Ruth is back again. Where did she go? There we go. Our American sister Ruth is in the hood. Great to see you. I think as well in the future, in about a month maybe, we're going to get into what's kind of in the pipeline for this winter, the winter next year as well. Sort of January, February, March time next year. What do people think about what we might be in for this winter? I don't think it's going to be good, right? Has anyone got any good news out there? Is there any good news at all anywhere? Honestly, talking about blocking out the sun in the news, nothing but war, constant weather, extreme weather issues, health issues completely and staggeringly through the roof, absolute roof even, and people still in complete denial of the true extent of the situation we're in at the moment, in regards to, well, people would know what I'm talking about. I don't even have to say. A lot of people still in denial. They can't see it, but it's been absolutely flooring, to be honest, at the amount of people I've seen of late, in regards to cardiac arrest or passing away after a cardiac arrest. And wow, honestly, how anyone can't see it now, it's beyond me, and it's still going on. I don't even think it's going to stop, to be honest. I can't see it stopping. I think more people are I think more people are waking up to it, because it's that drastic now, to the damage that's being caused, and a lot of people are seeing it, and unfortunately for a lot of people it's too little too late. And I don't even have to say, people know. Everyone, the majority of people see it now for what it is in communities across the UK. And yeah, I did see the guy, the mountain bike guy, champion, I think he was. Yeah, and again, that's a very small drop in the ocean now. For about a year now, it's been staggering, absolutely staggering. And some of you might remember when I fell off my bike, because I'm an idiot. But when I fell off my bike, I banged my head. That explains a lot, right? I banged my head. I should have been wearing a helmet, but I wasn't. Now, at the time, it wasn't too bad. I think I've told this story before. I'll blame the knock, right? I've told it once or twice, maybe. I banged my head and I was all right. I got up and I was fine, and ego took a bit of a dent, I guess. A bit of blood here and there, but apart from that, okay, still going, still living, back on the bike, and away I went. But it was later on. It was later on in that day that I started to feel it was strange. I honestly thought I was gone. Like everything started to close in, and like all of a sudden it was like a bright light, and I shouldn't laugh, but honest to God, I thought, bloody hell, here I go, I'm a goner now, right? This is it, I'm gone. And I thought I sort of shook it off at first, and I thought, well, I'll be all right. I'm all right. But then it came back on again, and it was even worse, 10 times worse. And I thought, wow, this is it. I'm definitely away now. And I was at the time, at the time, I was with my brother, and I said to him, look, I think I'm going to have to go up to the hospital because I honestly think I'm gone. Um, at the time, I thought, look, I've got delayed concussion, if you can say it. I had delayed concussion, but I was unsure as to what extent. I didn't know that much about it, but I genuinely thought I was gone. I thought, this is it. I am finished. Honestly, my whole life flashed before me the second time it came on, and I genuinely thought, this is it. So I phoned the ambulance. Basically, I knew I wouldn't be able to get one, but I just wanted to speak to, I don't know, a paramedic or whoever it is, a nurse, whatever they may be. I don't think it's a doctor, but I spoke to them and I sort of calmed down a wee bit. But I was quite taken back. Within a, so it was a 999 call, emergency call, and within about 20 seconds of the conversation, the guy had asked me, is there, do you know where the closest defibrillator, I can never say it. Defibrillator, oh man, I honestly can't say it. The defib, you know what I'm talking about, right? Defibrillator. Ah man, I can't say it. But you know what I'm talking about. It's a defib to get the heart going back again. They're quite smart bits of kit. You can't use it on someone unless they need it, right? So you can't diagnose it wrongly. The shock to the heart, right, to get it going again. But honestly, within 20 seconds, he said to me, do you know where the closest defib is? And I hadn't even said anything about my heart or my breathing. I told him, all I had said was, look, I fell off my bike and I banged my head. And he started going on about a defib. And I thought, what? And I had said, look, it's not my, I'm not worried about my heart or my breathing. I'm okay in that way. And he then still said, could you, if you're with anyone, could you ask them to go and get the defib and keep it by you? And that's when I thought, wow, it must be really bad at the moment. I mean, that's basically, it must be their protocol now to be saying to people, look, get the the defib, get it now, before they know what the problem is. I found that quite staggering. I know there's lots of reports from right across the UK and right across the world of a serious increase in the amount of sirens and emergency call outs that they see. And I think that's been happening now for about a year as well. So we're well into it now. Whatever it is you want to call it, we are way deep in it. Way deep in it. I mean, what do you even call it now? Most people would call it, they would speak about the depopulation agenda. But there's clearly a lot more to it than that. I mean, they've been pretty much manipulating the population since day naught. They've got many, many ways to do that, and they have done in the past. The history and evidence is there. They can manipulate a population at will. Increase it, decrease it. Probably a lot more than that to it. So there's clearly a lot more behind the current agenda that we're in. What is it? Who's going to let me know, right? Who's going to fill me in? Is it going to be Frank? Just Kate? She'll let me know. I think there's a lot going on. I mean, the agenda's got so many tentacles. There's so much at play. It's quite staggering. It really is staggering when you start looking into it. Yeah, and I think they've been quite fly with that as well. They've been gradually doing it. Just before the pandemic kicked off, they started bringing them in. There's been mentions of occasions before the current treatments that we've seen, but I would question them as well. I mean, I wouldn't dismiss them as being what a natural cause. I would be looking into them as well. What were they? What was happening with that individual at the time? Because I would imagine there was foul play there as well. I've seen people talking on social media about athletes being too fit. He was just simply too fit. He was a super athlete, and his heart couldn't take it anymore. And that one I find hard to buy, to be honest. One of the ones I seen that cracked me up, and I thought it was, oh man. There was an article in regards to the athletes, the situation with the athletes, and we all know what's going on there. And someone had said, oh, it's only increased because they've increased the testing on hearts. Man. I mean, honestly, I shouldn't laugh, but I mean, how could that even be? How could someone even say that? Oh yeah, they do more screening now, so there's more cardiac arrests. Sure, let's go with that, right? Why not? I mean, it is 2022. Oh yeah, the testing increased, so that's why we're seeing an increase in it. Right? Okay. Nothing to do with anything else, right? Yeah. I mean, it's clear now. There was even I've got to watch what I'm saying, right? We're in dangerous territory now, deep in the jungle of strike territory. People have been speaking out from the beginning in regards to the athlete situation. Even on the radio, they cut a guy off. He couldn't even. They never even let him finish his sentence, and they cut him off. And he got tarnished, an anti-vaxxer. So I guess he's a domestic terrorist now, right? Like us all here, domestic terrorists. That's what we'll be classed as, without a doubt. If that's the case, so be it. I've got no time for the government whatsoever. I have no pride. I don't want any attachment to the Scottish or British system. I just don't. I'll never vote again. I just will not do it. Not even in the referendum. I just can't. I simply can't do it. If I could move to another island and just start a new life with the family that I've got, I probably would, to be honest. But it's not the kind of person that I am. What I'm likely going to be doing is staying here, exactly right where I am, and pretty much be here until I join the other realm, if you like, right? I'm pretty settled and content with living and dying here in the rolling hills of Murrayshire. And I'm going to try my best to look after myself, but mainly my family, my kids and my wife, and my brothers and my close friends, which is a small, very small number, which is good, to be honest. You're better that way, probably. But I mean, I'll do my best to look out for them. but I'm also going to try my best to fight against the wrongdoing that I see in this world that we're in. It probably will get me nowhere, nowhere whatsoever, but I'm going to be fighting against it, whatever it may be. I'm never going to let that fight. I'm never going to let that fire go out. I'm just simply not. It burns too. It burns too deep, and whatever it may be with videos, anything else, I'm going to be going there. I mean, videos probably don't do very much, but at least we're trying to get the word out there. And of course, I do enjoy making content. Um, so combining the two of that kind of makes sense, right? Um, I might pick up different things here and there in terms of making other content because I do have a bit of a thirst for content making, but I can't ever see me giving this up, even the channel, unless I get deleted. And of course, we are on other platforms for the time being, but we've got to keep going. I always feel you've got to lead by example. You've got to. People are always watching, especially if you do have children. You've got to lead by example because you're the person they're going to be looking up to. You're the person they're going to be pretty much copying. They're going to be a blueprint of you, right, when they grow up. I always thought I wouldn't be of my dad, but you kind of just fall into it, and then as time goes by, you think to yourself, "Bloody hell, I've turned into my dad, right?" Or your mother, or whoever it may be, whoever you aspired to, possibly. But you can't win in life. You really can't. There's no winning whatsoever. You die if you do, and you die if you don't. Right? It's a bit of a roller coaster when it comes to life. You've got to enjoy it when you can, because there will certainly be, if not already, times of hardship, times of disappointment, heartache, heartbreak. So when you can, enjoy it. When you're doing good, capitalize on it, for sure. You've got to. And like I said, the winter that we're heading into, it could be one to remember, if you want to go with that. I think already in the media they're talking about issues with the electricity, issues with the food supply, shock horror, pretty much issues with every single thing you can imagine. And if the winter weather is going to be bad, it's going to make things a lot worse, right? 10 times worse. So this winter could be quite bad. In the next few weeks, when we get into that, we're probably going to look at what the weather predictions are. And already from what I've been looking at, it's not looking good, especially America. So along with the weather, we're going to look at the food shortages. We're going to look at the items they're talking about that will likely disappear pretty much. I did read that because of the amount of people who are now prepping, there's going to be a shortage in canned items. So, but they could slowly dwindle away, the items you're getting in cans. Cans are all right, but I think you are better with stuff that's in a jar, even if you have to seal it yourself. But I certainly do have canned goods if you can. They might pretty much disappear. I don't think they want people having them anymore. I shouldn't laugh, but this is what they wouldn't want. They wouldn't want people having food. having any storage of food that can last a certain time. They want complete control over every single thing, even down to what you eat, probably daily. And of course, what do they want people eating now? Bugs, crickets, and I don't know, bloody daddy long legs, and I don't know, forkies and stuff like that, right? Spiders. I mean, it's insane. And they portray it like it's a good thing, like you're going to be saving the planet. It's what's the word? Oh, sustainable. How can it be sustainable? I mean, what have they done there? When humans start eating bugs and insects, what's happened there? They've pretty much realigned the food chain, right? Or the predator chain, rejigged it like it's a bit of DNA. I mean, the DNA situation it's kind of mind blowing, to be honest. I'm doing a lot of stuff at the moment in plant DNA, and it is, wow, pretty staggering. Not just like germination, but propagation, layering, grafting, joining two different plants together. Has anyone ever done anything like that? I mean, it's quite amazing, some of the stuff that you can do. Some of the stuff in regards to plant DNA, I find that, wow, absolutely mind blowing, honestly. We might get into that a wee bit more in the future, but in regards to human DNA, I'm unsure as to what I can buy. I'm unsure as to what I can believe when it comes to that, but you can certainly see evidence of genetic work when it comes to plant life. So with that being said, I'd imagine there is the same work at play when it comes to the human race. And again, you've got to kind of think, well, what's it all about? Where's it all going? Why is there this gene technology? Why have they now came out with that? What's that about? I mean, that can't just be about the population figures. It can't be. There's got to be more to it than that. And I don't know. I kind of thought the other day. It shows you where my head's at sometimes. Don't ask, right? But I thought the other day, what was it? I thought, well, if the powers that be, if they say wanted to be a super race, or I don't know, like the elite race, but they struggle to better their genetic ways, or I don't know, become superhuman through genetic manipulation. What would you then have to do to become a superior race over every other race? What would you have to do if you couldn't become the superpower? You would basically decrease the intelligence and power of the rest of the race, and then you would be the superpower then, wouldn't you? Because you would have destroyed every single other genetic race, and you would be like the last standing almost. And again, it shows you maybe there's a movie in there somewhere, right? Who knows? But I've probably seen that in a movie and I can't even remember. If not, yeah, there's an idea for any filmmakers out there. But I'd imagine they would take everyone else down a peg or two. Maybe that didn't make any sense, to be honest. Not that I ever do, right? But there you go. How long have we went? I think we might go another 10, maybe 20 minutes. Let me quickly say hello, DJ in the hood. Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm used to that as well. Anti-Semitic. I think that was one of the first things that I got called when I came onto YouTube. Oh, anti-Semitic. He's an anti-Semitic AI bot. Whatever that is, right? I've been called all sorts, to be honest. I'm still unsure today as to what anti-Semitic actually is. I mean, yeah, I've been called it in that, but I'm unsure as to what it is. Let's not go there, right? We're going to be in strike territory. Of course, you can't say anything about the you know who's. You just cannot, right? They will not have it. Oh man, you cannot. Anything bad said against them. Yeah, strike material. Big time. Good to see DJ in the hood. I think you'll find DJ tonight on Scott's Armour at 8:30, 9:30. I'm going to go with 8:30, right? So DJ, if he's there, he can put a link in and people can check it out. Roof, yes, Soylent Green. What year did they set Soylent Green in? 2022. Of course. All makes sense now, right? I mean, look how far we've came. Look how far up the SHIT creek we have came in only the past year. Never mind the past 5 to 10 year. Wow. It is insane. Honestly, if you went back in time and told people what it's going to be like today, man, could you imagine? They would be laughing at you, right? Check this guy out. Do you hear what he's saying? Eating bugs and bloody crickets and economic forum and oh man, yeah. Could you imagine wearing masks and bloody pandemics, right? Crazy stuff. Surely not. Yeah. Yet here we are today. It's quite unbelievable, the world that we're in. It really is. 1984. It's not got a look in. And if there is to be an announcement, I reckon it'll be in regards to war, movement with war, or possibly Britain entering some form of agreement in regards to the war. Yeah. So who's going to sign up for the military? Any takers? I think I would be what's the word? Conscientious objector. I think I would have been one of them back in the day. I'm not doing it. It's a lie. I'm not doing it. I'm just not. Right? I'm not buying it. Of course, many people did. They worked wonders with the war deception. World War One, World War Two. There's always been war happening here or there. But is it going to be another global, if you like, orchestrated war on a world war level? I think that will eventually come. I hate to say it, but I think it will come. The amount of things that are knocking on the door at the moment, you've got to start getting prepared. You've got to start prepping. You've got to start at least thinking about any given disaster. We'll go with that might happen. in the near future, right? I mean, hey, you don't know when your time's up. It could be, hey, anyone's guess, right? But if you do have the means, you should try and get prepared, definitely. Whether it'll help or not, I'm unsure. I'm unsure. But there is a saying. What does it go again? Um, bugger. Prepare. Oh man, I can't even remember now. Uh, fail to prepare, prepare to fail. Right? We got there. I think that's it. I think that's the saying. Yeah, prepare to fail. No, I don't even know now. I completely forgot it. Prepare to fail. Uh, no, fail to prepare. Prepare to fail. And there you go. Right, we're going with that. That's it. That's definitely it. So if you want to get that tattooed, then feel free. Right, get it engraved. I think I need to get it engraved. You can get it mixed up, right? That's easily done. And of course, now I can blame my knock on the bike, my knock to the head. I can blame my bad memory on that. I'm sure he had a bad memory before, but it wasn't that bad. It's always been bad, to be honest. Um, my whole life I've spent going, what? When was that? When did that happen again? Oh, yeah, I vaguely remember, right? Maybe it's because so much has happened in my life. Yeah, sure. Well, let's go with that. So, hello to Lynn as well in the hood. Good to see you back again. And Davey, a pleasure to see you. A dog named Boo. Mannequin Skywalker as well. Who else did I see? DJ. The Useful Channel, which is Scott, I believe. I need to get a live done with Scott in the future. That would be great. I'm sure that's Scott, right? If I remember correctly. Lynn, a pleasure to see you. RMF in the hood. Who else did I see there? Davey. The Useful Channel. Yeah, quite a few people. Roof as well. A pleasure to see you. I think tonight I'm going to be working on the Bob Lazar video if I can, if I get round to it. Tomorrow, like I said, the live will be tomorrow night. And then I'll be on Sensum's channel on the Tuesday, which is linked in like a proper professional tonight. All the links are there, right? I was hoping to get on through the week, but I just never had a chance. That's the way of it sometimes, right? But I'm here now, and I will be here, touch wood, tomorrow night. And there is a lot more going on in my life, obviously, mainly because of college and my worry of not studying enough. So, but I've always kind of been like that. And I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if I failed, to be honest. And I know that sounds silly, but there is a lot to learn. If I do fail it, I will do it again. I won't give up. I'll do it again, and I know for a fact that if I do fail it the first time around, I will not fail it the second. It would mean being another year at doing the same thing again. So whether I've got the patience for that, I'm unsure. But hopefully I'll pass it, right, first time. And we can take it from there. The class that I'm in, it's getting smaller by the day. People keep dropping out. So I'm kind of worried they're going to stop the course completely. It just kicked me out the door, right? But I kind of thought it would be better for when there's less people, less students. But now I'm unsure. I feel that it's maybe an added pressure. If you're the only student there, right? You've got to be good then. Fucking hell. You can't let anyone down then. You're the only student in the class. you've got to be the best then, right? Top of the class. So I don't know. There's kind of, I feel it's better for me because I can get more out of the lecturers. I can speak to them more. I can get more time from them because I've always got questions to ask and stuff to remember pretty much. But I'm getting there, and there is a lot to learn. So much to learn. But hey, that's why I'm doing it. So I'll certainly keep you updated on the college situation. I think I'm on week 4 now. I've not been late. I've never been off. I don't plan on missing anything because I can't afford to. Anytime I've ever been off school or work, I feel like I've missed out, and it's a feeling that I hate. I hate that feeling. So I'm not, touch wood. There's no issues. I won't be off, and I won't. I don't like being late anyway. But sometimes you are. I've certainly been late in the past, especially for live streams. But I've got it nailed. It's not an early start. It's only 9 p.m. 9 a.m. Sorry. So fucking hell, it would certainly not be an early start if it was p.m. But it's 9 a.m., which to me, that's quite late. Usually a job that I would go to would be, I'd be leaving the house about 6 o'clock, 6:30 in the morning. Now I'm leaving the house at about 8:30. So well into the morning. And it's like, it hardly feels like you're there for a whole day. And then you get study days as well. So it's, although it's full time, it doesn't feel like it, to be honest. I'm used to being treated like a slave. Worked like a horse, right? DJ will know what I'm talking about. He works on he's worked on construction sites and doing groundworks and labouring, so he'll know the score. It can be back-breaking stuff. It really can, and the hours can be brutal, absolutely brutal. The money can be good, but it can be absolute brutal, back-breaking stuff. So you're running yourself into the ground doing that. I mean, the money is pretty good, but in the long run, it's not that great. I've been doing stuff like that for about, possibly 10 year now. And I feel like my body's kind of saying, look, you might want to pack in the groundworks, right? But I don't really want to. So moving into the plants side of things is maybe a better option. It's still hands-on. It's certainly practical. You're certainly going to be outside. It's a subject that I have a lot of interest in. And when I'm learning about it, it doesn't feel like a task. I get stuck right in like a kid, basically. So I have got that first in me, and I reckon that while I have, I'm gonna try and capitalize on it, and I reckon that would be a good idea, because next year or a year later, I might not want to. I might not have that first. I might not be able to. There could be fucking pandemic point 2 that could roll out, and then the course would be done, I'd imagine. It's an awkward course I don't think you could do it online. I doubt it very much. So there's always that hanging in the air, which is, yeah, I learn as much as I can. I've got to, while I'm there, while I've got the opportunity. And hopefully I'll pass, right? But I'll keep you updated on the college. And like I said on Monday, Bob Lazar, right? Does everyone here know about Bob Lazar? Do we know who we're talking about when I mentioned Bob Lazar? Is there anyone who believes Bob Lazar? Surely not. Surely not, right? I'd imagine everyone knows who he is. Davey knows who he is. Yeah. Yeah, I'm unsure what to call him, except from Bob Bizarre. The alien guy, maybe? The Area 51 guy? So much to get into. DJ's never heard of Bob. Well, you're going to hear all about him tomorrow if you've got a chance to jump in. Quite the guy, Bob. Yeah, interesting character. That's one way to describe him. Owned a chicken ranch. Yeah, he owned a lot more than that. But yeah, a chicken ranch and a prostitution ranch. That might be another word for it. The sugar daddy, Bob Lazar. There's so much, honestly. I kind of want to talk about it now, but I won't. I'll leave it until tomorrow, right? I'm not gonna give anything away. But wow, so much to get into. So much deception. And I mean, the bottom line is he's clearly an agenda's man. So he can't be trusted, even if he's telling the truth about one or two different things. He cannot be trusted. No way. No way whatsoever. And the Joe Rogan interview, we're going to cover that a wee bit as well. I think it's quite about a 2-hour interview. We're not going to go through. We're not going to go through the whole lot, but there is stuff that needs to be pointed out. There's other interviews that he's done that needs to be shown, and then you can get a better picture of pretty much why I think he's telling tales. He's a wee fibber, right? He's not been telling the truth, and you can clearly see the guy's at it. Honestly, so blatant. But anyway, that'll be for tomorrow, right? Bob Lazard, yeah, possibly. Bob Lazard, Bob Bizarre, right? We're going with that. We're going to go with Bob Bizarre. Hopefully, people will know who I'm referring to. They certainly will after watching tomorrow's video. Honestly, staggering the amount of deception and the story that this guy's trying to peddle. UFOs and nuclear reactors, and seemingly suicides, and endless. A typical Illuminati puppet. Our guy Bob Bizarre, honestly. So I guess until Monday, tomorrow night, I will indeed love you and leave you. Who did I see there? Davey. Good to see Davey back again. Mannequin Skywalker. Don't change your name anymore, right? I'm not having it. You only get 3 times and that's it. Good to see Ruth back again as well. Our good friend Ruth. A pleasure. The Useful channel as well. Classic. Check it out. Our that guy Scott Webb, right? If my memory serves me correct. And a link to Bob Bizarre, if you don't know who the guy is. If you don't know, where have you been, to be honest? Obviously, DJ is neck deep in SNP deception, so he might not know very much about Bob Lazar. I can understand that. DJ's, flooded with trans and SNP propaganda and racial propaganda. DJ loves it though, right? I mean, it's endless with the SNP. Honestly, unbelievable. We might cover them in the future, and we can get DJ on, right? Because that guy knows his stuff with the SNP entity, the evil entity that's the SNP. There's been a big commotion at the moment with the football during the minute's applause. The fans have been causing disruption, or the minute's silence, they've been causing disruption. I mean, football's a pantomime. That's going to happen. It's not a place for these sort of mournings or respects. I really don't think it is, because not everyone's going to have the same view on it. Far from it. So I'm unsure if football's the place to be doing that. It's obvious. It was clearly going to cause an issue. And now people are upset. They mock the Queen. How dare they? More division. Honestly, it's 1984 that we're in now. And I'd imagine DJ is going to have a day of mourning tomorrow for the Queen. He's going to get his wee Union Jack. He sit on the sofa and watch the BBC coverage the whole day. I bet you people, I'm only joking by the way, but people will actually do that. Honestly, they will. They'll be having like, I don't know if you could call it a party. What would it be, like a wake party? And mourning this person that they've never met. And I mean, the world that we're in today, it's absolutely insane. And people seem to care more about the dead than they do about the living. I mean, yeah, you've got to respect the dead. Certainly, you can never forget the dead. I mean, I know that I've lost loved ones. I know all about mourning. I know all about death, unfortunately. But I also know that life has to go on. It has to. That's priority number one. It must continue. But I still feel that what we are a week later, it's still being dragged out. And when you watch it, you get this big sense of depression. And anytime I've put the TV on to have a look, I can't, about a minute, and then I've got to switch it off. I just can't. And I mean, they'll have their day at morning tomorrow, and people should probably respect it. People are they're allowed to have their view, and if they want to make it heard, then so be it. You've got to let that be. But after tomorrow, pretty much fair game, to be honest. And in the next few weeks, we will be getting into the royal family. And there's a lot, put it that way. There's so much to get into now that Charles is at the helm, right? I wonder how much power Charles has actually got. I'm unsure as to how much power the royal family have got today. I know some researchers claim they've got a lot of sway, a lot of power. I think Dean Henderson, he talks about them, the crown. Or is he referring to the British crown in a different way? I'm unsure. But we're certainly going to get into them a lot more. So tomorrow night, if you can bring yourself away from the television, you might want to check out the Bob Bizarre live stream. And then again on Tuesday, I'll be over on our English Brother Sensum's channel, right? If you've not got subscribed, the link is in the description. And remember tonight, Scott's Armour and DJ, and maybe No Chance, who pops in from time to time. You might want to check it out. 8:30, right? Hopefully someone can put a link in. I wouldn't worry about offending anyone. I don't think anyone's going to get offended, to be honest, here. We're all adults, right? We're all grown up. People are allowed to have their view, their opinion. Not everyone's going to agree with it. That's the way life is. That's the way it is. But never refrain from saying what you have to say, right? Because that would be, you'd be self-censoring. So you've got to say how you feel. You've got to be true to yourself. And if someone's offended, so be it. They're going to have to get on. That's their problem. They're going to have to get on with it, right? But I mean, you've got to try and be respectful to an extent. Of course, that's optional, but I think it's good to have an element of respect in your life, certainly, especially for people that you've got a lot of time for, your neighbours, your friends. You've certainly got to be respectful to each other. And again, people will be watching, your children, they're going to copy exactly what you do. I can assure you of that. So before I yap on and 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 on, right through till Monday, I suppose I better wrap it up, right? Is there anything else? I've made a few notes here, actually. I forgot about them. I don't think there's anything else. Apart from, yeah, the world being completely insane. But I think we all knew that. The geoengineering update, there is movement, like I said, with that side of things. So we're going to get into it. But tomorrow night, Monday night, Bob Bizarre. Tuesday night over on Sensum, his channel. And of course, Scott's Armour later on tonight. I'll probably jump on the chat at some point, and hopefully I'll see you there. So good to see Davey and Sadie. Good to see you. DJ, our brother. Where did he go? What happened there? Oh, there he goes. I thought I deleted a comment. Man, one of these days I'll get it right. Mannequin Skywalker, a pleasure to see you. A dog named Boo. The useful channel. I think this guy knows his stuff as well about the bloodlines. So that could be a live stream that we could do together in regards to the Queen. I'm interested to know what you've got on the Gordonston boarding school as well, which is next to me. I was reading about it the other day. I know a wee bit, but not very much. And the stuff that I did read, I thought, wow, that's all very fitting indeed. So that could be a good live that we could do in the future, certainly. And Frank as well. What a pleasure to have you, as always. Frank, the information tank, right? Where would we be without our brother Frank? He's like a part of the furniture at That's Life, but not as we know it. I've removed the two. Some of you might have noticed. You might have thought that it fell off, right? The two's gone. I've removed it now. I've gave up all hope of getting the original channel back. It's not going to happen. I can't see it. So it's That's Life, but not as we know it, right? And of course, we've got the third backup channel, which I should have linked in, to be honest, but you can't get everything right, right? Surely not. I'm only human. I was human. I mean, I am human. He's done a Zuckerberg, right? Oh, man. When you look at people like Zuckerberg as well, the way that he moves, the way that he walks, it kind of looks like a robot. Like an AI bot. Can you hear that? The motorbike. I don't know if you're going to be able to hear it. But there's, I don't know why they do it, but there's a road next to me and the super bikes go out that road at about 100, 200 miles an hour. Honestly. And every time I hear it, I just think, oh no, honest, why? Why do they do that? Honest to God, it's like a death wish, right? Why? They need to go 200 miles per hour flying down the road. Honestly, there's a lot of people have lost their lives on that road. And still people do it. It's so fast, you can hardly see them. Zoom, right past. You might not have heard it. Anyway, I suppose, yeah, I think he might be an alien. He's some sort of robot, maybe. Zuckerberg. Of course, that's the guy that invented Facebook, right? It's all his idea. He invented it in college. Of course he did. Yeah, and I'm the Virgin Mary, right? Let's go with that. So, let me see if I've got a tune. And what I'll do is I'll catch you all tomorrow. And like I always say, get out there. It's getting a bit chilly, to be honest, now where I am anyway. I certainly noticed yesterday and the day before. It's getting a lot colder already. So Autumn lasted about a week. We're into winter now. The winter's here already. So we could be in for it in that sense. And of course, the energy bills are through the roof. So a lot of people are going to be struggling big time. Absolutely big time. Myself probably included. And we'll get into that again in the future. But anyway, get out there, wear a jacket, bring a scarf, wear your hat. Don't be covering your face, right, with any of that silly stuff. Try and enjoy yourself as much as you can. Grab every opportunity to have a laugh, to have a bit of enjoyment. And keep going. Live a day at a time. And like I always say, whatever you do, do not comply. So, until tomorrow, that is about it.
even treading on a wine press. Must you love? Rebel, rebel. From the everyday we left the source of our father's land. Rebel, rebel. Cause the everyday we left the source of our father's land. Rebel, rebel. Yes, inventorying for granted.
You've already learned that you're going to hear things on the show that you will not ever hear anywhere else in any media, print, broadcast, television, I don't care.